great pleasure to welcome you to Curlvolution 2013. It's not just about hair, it's about the soul of the female. It's about going beyond what you see with your naked eye and going to that place where power and essence flows from. The hair is just simply a representation of what's on the inside. And it's beautiful that the fact that you are now deciding to strip back to make sense.
I am amazing.
Curlvolution!
I am amazing.
Some people aren't doing the moves. They're probably to be at home and to switch on your television. It's always nice to see people who are like you on television. How many of you believe in that? Yeah, it's beautiful. Yes, maybe one day there's hope for us all. But it's not just enough to aspire and to see people who are doing great. We have a few people who have gone where there was no path and they've left a trail. Okay? But before we bring them up, I want you to turn to the person next to you and find out from them, why are you here today? Why are you here today? Yeah? Why are you here? Go ahead. We have some music in the background while you're here. We're going to do our interview with two fantastic people from our screens, BBC One, Hobie City. I said BBC One, Hobie City, make some noise. So please give a big, massive Curlvolution welcome to Jimmy and Chizzy. Give them a round of applause, thank you, sir.
You know, being comfortable with who you are and seeing that beauty, you know. And there's some young girls like I've got nieces and going through school, like their image of beauty is quite disturbing sometimes when you hear them and their self-esteem is low because of what they're seeing in terms of imagery through publications or on TV.
Well, I just want to say first of all, I don't think there's anything wrong with putting extensions in your hair. But I am natural underneath the weave. I wear the weave because, A, because I want to, and B, because it's good for work. I get up at 5 AM. I haven't got time to be doing my hair every morning, and also the makeup artists, you know, I love them at work, but a lot of the time they don't know what to do with the weave, let alone with natural hair. And I've got like 4B hair, so we're talking proper nappy. Don't we allowed to say nappy?
Yeah.
Nappy, right?
So here's, before I kind of go to the crowd and get some questions ready, the future for the two of you, what's obviously up in the horizon for the two of you in terms of your vision and goals?
I've always wanted to be a filmmaker, and this year I actually got the chance to, and I think it's...
For myself, I've got a company called Triforce Promotions, and it's like a production company that does a lot of events for actors, writers, producers, directors. Chizzy's a part of my company, I wrote to him. And basically the ethos is about supporting talent, you know, and bringing the industry to the talent. So maximising my contacts, you know, I've been very fortunate to work with a lot of people at the BBC or ITV and good production.
Yeah, we're so excited to be here for Curlvolution. I think it's a wonderful event, and we want to do our best to just have you embrace the brand, learn a little bit about us today. We have Charlotte Mincer that'll be coming out, the celebrity stylist. So when I started, there were a few people who were doing it, but nobody was making it a public face and kind of documenting their journey from a personal perspective. And I felt that that was missing. So I mean, it's been, if I could have gone back and told myself, you know, 6 years ago, this is going to happen. And you're going to be coming to London and all of these people are going to be here and they're going to be happy to meet. I would have never ever dreamed. So what you said just now about just go and do it, that's the best advice you can give anybody.
A round of applause for that, please.
The first thing to me is if you have questions about your hair, there's so much to be educated about online, on YouTube, on different blogs. You know, you can learn before you get your fingers in it and then do damage. Right?
Balance the two, because it's like a job, as it were. You know, I try it, then I write about it, or I film it. How do you balance all of that together?
You know, it's really it can be tough, but and also you have to balance your life. You know, that's the other thing. You know, you've got this blog thing going on, but then you've got to make time for the rest of the things. time management is something that I've struggled with my whole life.
How many people would agree with time management?
Time management is rough. Figuring out what am I going to post so it doesn't just take you by surprise. You know, there might still be those surprises, but at least you've got a plan in place for filling in the spaces in between, and what products do I need to review next, and what, you know, where am I behind on, and what. I always like to also look at other blogs and see what they're doing so I can fill
Women
the
have
void.
a powerful level of insight. But when you have a man around you that suppresses every idea that you have, you shut down your insight and you start to doubt yourself. The minute you doubt yourself, you feel like you've betrayed yourself. The minute you betray yourself, you feel like you're nothing. Don't let anybody suppress the insight and the intuition you have as a woman. You are powerful. Amen. Make it happen. Yeah?
And I am so very honored to be here to speak to you today. It's not going to be boring, but I have to tell you about yourself. You know, sometimes you don't realize how good and beautiful you are. You let society, the newspapers dictate how you should look, what you should wear. Do you know who dressed me today? Me and my mirror. And what I like about nature is that nature got it right the first time. We messed it up. Did we not?
Yes.
You must also realize that whatever style you choose, don't choose it because you saw it in a magazine. Be a real naturalista and have passion. I want to wear this. Ooh, look at her hair. Look at your face. I am more than my hair. Hair is not the most important factor in one's being. Actually, hair is secondary, unless you don't have any. Then it's traumatic. You realize that Cleopatra wasn't Elizabeth Taylor? She was Ethiopian, black.
People always forget about the scalp. The scalp is the engine for your hair growth. If that stops working, you're not going to have the hair growth you should have.
She hasn't got her brother's hair.
That's another thing I hear as well. He's got the good hair, she's got the bad hair. Again, all hair types and textures are good, it's just how you look after it. Moisturise your child's hair daily. Look after her scalp. Moisturise their hair like you brush her teeth. Wash her hair with a conditioner instead of a shampoo so it's not drying out so frequently.
This story is about a saint who's with his disciples. And he comes to a riverbank and he sees a family and they are arguing bitterly, shouting at each other. And he turns around to his disciples and he says, why do people shout when they're angry? When two people become angry, their hearts grow distant. So they shout in order to be able to cover that distance. What happens when two people are in love? Jeez.
The whisper across the room.
They don't shout. They talk. To the point where the gap is either non-existent or it's really small. And then it gets to the point where they're not even talking anymore, they now whisper.
That's what I said. Whisper across the room.
And as they grow deeper in love,
I just look.
no whispering, they just... So be mindful of when you get into an argument with somebody, that you don't let your hearts become distant. Because one day it can get to the point where it's so distant that you're not able to find a path to return back to where you originated from. Thank you.